So what I've come to understand and to notice after doing sound design for so long with different synths and creating loads of patches and making sounds for drum and bass and powerful bass sounds, things that are good in the low end, um, just in general, what I've noticed is that, well, this should be quite obvious, but you need to always remember that um, when it comes to the effects, like for example the chorus, a chorus is going to do a certain thing, but the way that each chorus unit works, depending on who created it, which software company made it, it's going to have a different sound. So you might think, oh yeah, I need to chorus the bass. That's going to make it big and warm and wide, which should be true, right? But in reality, like different chorus effects are going to work differently in from different synths and in different plugins as well, and a lot of them are going to have a great impact on your sound, and some of them are going to have a negative impact on your sound. And so my top three most used synths, for which I've got tons of preset packs for each, Vital, Phase Plant, and Current. Sorry, I'm lying. I didn't mean Current then. I meant sorry, Serum, Phase Plant, and Vital. My top three. I have got a Current pack as well, but I don't use it as much. But anyway, so what I just wanted to share with you is a comparison of the choruses, because each plugin has its pros and cons and strengths and weaknesses. But when I'm looking to create high quality sounds, I'm always sort of testing how that plugin or how that particular effect responds, how it kind of works on a bass or something like that. And what I've just noticed over the course of sound design in these three synths is that the choruses are very different in all three, and you'll see, but one of them is not that good, one of them is quite good, and one of them is excellent. So what I've done is I've designed three different bass sounds, and they're kind of square wave and sine wave bass, almost like long stabs with a bit of FM. And I've tried to get them to be the same, but they're really not the same. But it doesn't matter, because the concept is still going to apply. Okay, so here's the Serum one. Then I've got a Phase Plant one. And then I've got a Vital one. And the concept with all of them was basically one sine wave, one square wave with a bit of FM between them, a low pass filtering, and a similar kind of shape on the LFO, Same with Phase Plant again, like a sine wave and a square wave, an octave higher, low pass filtered, bit of white noise in all of them as well, and then all of them going through some distortion as well. So obviously there's already the sounds are going to be different because the square waves are different, the whole synth is different, the distortions are different, so everything's like slightly different, but it's all like in mono still, So for all of them, I haven't done any unisoning. I've left them all like, one voice in the sub and the square. And then, similarly, one voice in the square and the sub on Phase Plant, same in Vital as well. And all the distortions I've used, I've not used any stereo in them either. So they should all be like pretty mono, So now you can hear how the chorus responds on each of these three different sounds, right? So here's the Serum chorus first. Ready? Already it sounds quite nice, it lifts it up quite well. And I like the low pass filter section here as well. Obviously, to get it perfect, you want to really dial in all of the settings. That's quite a nice area. And so that does a good job, So I like that. Off again and on. The goal is like to achieve that extra width and warmth with the chorus, but also keep the low end as intact and as powerful as possible, So you're always going to lose a bit of low end when you use the chorus, but the idea is not to lose too much and still keep the whole sound nice and loud, So it does a pretty good job. So not bad for Serum there, the chorus. Now we'll look at the phase plant one. If we turn on the chorus here. And you hear there, up at 50%, you lose a lot of the low end power. If we try and get a better kind of setting around here so it's not as, you know, hasn't lost as much power. You can try the 3 taps. 2 sounds better. So that's a little bit better there, the settings. But it doesn't add so much extra warmth or magic or width in compared to sort of the low end that it loses. So it's kind of... The difference is so subtle, even at 25%, that it's almost not really worth it, you know? Again, like, it might be good on other sounds, but like for basses, and that's the main thing that I'm kind of trying to make always, you know, and that's the hardest thing to make, you know, to get all of that low end power and stereo width. Yeah, I've found that using phase plant, unfortunately, although it has many great plugins, the chorus on its own, you know, the basic chorus doesn't really sound very good compared to the other synths, you know. So that's why I sort of leave that off. And I did a video recently about using the comb filter instead with the stereo mode on, which does a much better job, you know. But that's cheating for this video because I'm just comparing choruses, okay? So chorus, not very great in phase plant, in my opinion. And then finally we have Vital. If we try it over here. Whoa! Holy lordy loo. I already knew it was going to be like that. But the chorus here is the best. It's so good. So it makes it so much louder, and you've still got all of the mono power as well. So you can really dial it in on this one as well. It's almost better how it was before. Yeah, it's often great just to leave it on the default settings I've found in Vital. But yeah, if you kind of mix that in again. Get a healthy 30% and you got loads of extra, just check out all the extra warmth and width you get from it. And you haven't really lost any of the power of the low end either. A very nominal amount that you've lost, but compared to what you've gained in the extra volume and width and stereo warmth, it's totally worth it, you know. So that's really like a standout chorus plugin if ever I've heard one. It's the best chorus I've probably heard outside of a synth as well, you know. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could have that as a standalone effect. I'd use that all the time. But I think, yes, that is why I just wanted to show you this video so you can kind of hear the difference, you know. So if we have all of them, we'll turn them all on with the choruses, you know. Sort of dialed in at roughly the ideal settings. Same on the Serum again. Just let me just bring that chorus back again here. You know, so we can kind of listen to the Serum one here, and the phase plant one, and then the Vital one. And it's just massive compared to the rest of them, you know. Obviously, I'm not saying that you're only going to get a massive sound with Vital. I'm just saying that if you've got something really basic, like just a mono sine wave and square, and you're just relying on the chorus only to get you to a new level, the vital one's going to do it for you, you know, way more than the other two. And so you can just see why I still like to use Vital so much and why I still love it, because it's got these kind of perks and advantages over other synths in a few areas, which is surprising because it's free as well. You know, sometimes you'd expect the quality to be less in like the sort of sound, but it's actually far superior when it comes to the chorus section. Anyway, I can try and think of some things that are better about Serum than the other two. I did a video about Phase Plant recently saying that it has the best distortion sounds. But yes, so just wanted to kind of prove that to you guys today. Hopefully you can sort of take that as proof that if you had to tell someone for sure which synth has the best chorus sound out of Serum, Serum, Vital and Phase Plant, it's definitely going to be Vital. It's definitely got the best chorus sound, which is very, very useful as well. So anyway, that's this little video wrapped up. Just a short and sweet one. A little bit of a technical one for you fellow synth talk nerds out there. Bit of a synth nerd I am, so I know some of you guys probably are too, right? Anyway, yeah, there it is, just a little bit of a comparison video, and feel free to crack on with the Vital. You know, it's a banging synth. Obviously, you don't need my permission to use whatever you want to use, but I highly recommend Vital still in 2020, going into 2026. Still a great synth to use to create basses. So yeah, I'll be doing more stuff with Vital and also Phase Plant and also Serum as well. But yeah, at the moment I'm kind of going through a bit of a Phase Plant phase again. But again, Vital is always great just to get quick and easy, loud, big, wide sounds. And that chorus plays a big role in getting those kind of effects, you know. So all right, that's it for me today then, my G's. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, check out the links in my description as well for preset packs, mentorship, Patreon and mastering. All right, ciao for now, much love.